Trapaholics mixtape. Dang son, why'd you make this?
Sparky too.
Guys, welcome to another episode of Into the West Comics. My name is Frank. Sonny is here.
Yo. Welcome back, guys.
Let's switch it up. Paul is here.
Yes! Oh my gosh. I'm here as well. Thank you. I'm glad I went before Donovan. Okay, your turn, Donovan.
And Donovan is here.
Well, let me tell you something, dude.
See?
No.
To all my Donomaniacs out there, I would be taking your vitamin D. You said your prayers and you've taken all your vitamins because Donomania's running wild on you, brother.
Donomania.
Look at how jacked up my hat is right here.
You
What's
did
going
not
on?
say
Vitamin
your vitamin D.
Vitamin D? Vitamin
gosh.
D?
Yeah. No,
Come
for
on,
sure.
let's go. I'm excited to be here, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
D for
geeks.
Donovan.
What's up, nerds?
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you for saying I was here before him.
There's no Red Bulls on the table. Thank God.
No.
No,
This is
there's
pure energy. This is
That's
pure
energy.
life, my friend.
yeah,
Pure
it's
life force.
Pure adrenaline.
What's
Guys,
up, boys?
It's good to see you again. We have give you guys a little homework. We have a casting call to go over today. We're going to review Army of the Dead, and then we're going to talk about some news, maybe some Warner Brothers / DC related news.
Interesting.
That has been in the last couple of days being announced. But let's start with this casting call.
Yeah, let's do it.
We think we know that John Krasinski and Emily Blunt will not be part of the Fantastic Four.
No.
So I gave you guys all the task of casting the Fantastic Four film.
Yeah.
Who did you guys cast for Sue Storm? Reed Richards. It was flip-flop it. Reed Richards, Sue Storm, and The Thing. And then you guys could have like a wild card, a fourth person. You guys could have cast Johnny Storm instead of The Thing.
Yeah.
It's really up to you.
Okay.
I'm going to start with Paul.
Okay, we're starting with Reed.
Okay.
All right. I'm asking.
Good call, Paul.
Yes.
So I went with, we discussed last week, we were like, if they were voice actors that are in the MCU, can you still use them? And
Right.
we fell on yes, and I'm going with Bradley Cooper. I think Bradley Cooper would be a really fun Reed Richards. I think he would do a really good job. He pulled a gray off in the temples like nobody else. Maybe not as good as, what's his name, the guy who played Reed Richards in the, I don't want to say original, but you know which one.
No,
The
no,
first Fantastic
Yeah,
Four
whatever his name is.
adaptation.
Um,
I'm pretty sure that was makeup too.
Well, still, he pulled it off.
He did. He pulled it
But
off.
I think Bradley Cooper will pull it off
Yeah.
just as well, and
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
a better actor. And I'd be excited to see him actually get an acting role.
I like
And-
that.
Or not that Rocket Raccoon isn't, but you know.
Yeah, because you've seen him behind the scenes. He's like definitely acting.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
he's in it. Oh,
Yeah.
for sure, he's in it.
Absolutely.
Hello, Tanya.
What you got, Donovan?
Donovan.
All right. So when I'm thinking about Reed Richards, I'm thinking about if I'm casting someone who's lanky, who is in shape, who's also a varnished actor, someone who has given us everything as far as the acting world. Someone who's also been a part of a big blockbuster franchise as well, so he can handle the depths of being a true actor and also handle the blockbuster Hollywood-esque things.
You're going
I'm
hard.
going for Reed Richards. I am going for Kylo Ren himself, Adam Driver.
Okay.
He's extremely intelligent. He commands but doesn't steal from the lens, and I think he would be
man.
a great Reed Richards.
See, he's on my list, but he's for somebody that's not Reed Richards. So I'm excited.
I know who it is.
Yeah,
I,
you do.
I think I said it.
Yeah,
a
you
couple
do.
weeks ago.
Who
Yeah.
is your Reed
all
Richards,
right.
son?
So I was, before we were talking about it, I was just kind of going by, kind of almost on the opposite of Donovan. I was going by who I would like to see, who would be a cool character or actor to play this character, and I was really, really going for Andrew Lincoln. And then
Ah.
it would be really, really cool. I was talking about the the gray hair, and he's a really seasoned actor. And then I was watching Star Wars, and I was like, Ewan McGregor would be really cool.
He would.
Reed Richards.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
So I went kind of on opposite ends there.
I'm not mad at that.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
cool.
really good.
I'm solid there. I'm sticking.
Okay.
Judge.
I'm not going to rule yet.
Okay. No.
All right.
No.
Sue Storm, Sonny.
Okay. So of course we all want Emily Blunt. She's not going to do it.
Doesn't sound like she's going to do it. Maybe she's.
Maybe it's
know.
like a trick. It would
Could
be
be
really
swerve.
Maybe
cool.
they're messing with us.
Maybe
and they
she's
both
Andrew
signed
Garfield in it, but she's
five-picture
better
deals.
at it.
Maybe she's Mephisto.
Maybe she might be.
I was waiting until later into the episode, but we have to drop the M word.
Ah,
So look, if Blake Lively didn't do it, I would do for Jennifer Lawrence.
she was on my short list as well.
You
That's a
said
very
Blake
good-
Lively, and I forgot anything you said.
Yeah, we all just kind of went.
What are we
Blake
casting?
Lively.
J Law, man, Jennifer Lawrence. I think she's met with Marvel in some kind of circumstance. I don't know if it'd be cool if we're talking about Fantastic Four. Great actress. Yeah, I think I'm going solid there.
I
How
like
about you,
that.
bro?
Okay, I'm going. So, Sue Storm is one of my favorite characters in all of Marvel. I love her because she is. I think she represents purity in a lot of ways for the Marvel universe. She is beautiful, but not quite sexy. She has a motherly instinct, being an older sister to Johnny. She's got a lot of great things about that character, and I'm thinking, gosh, who could play someone like that? And I'm thinking about all these actresses. There's so many great actresses that are out there, but I'm thinking of someone who's beautiful, elegant, and commands the
Where are you
screen
going
again.
with this? I'm excited.
And I'm going with Jessica Chastain
It's
as
interesting.
Sue Storm. She is someone who has been in not necessarily in big blockbuster movies, but she's been in movies like Interstellar.
That's a big
And
blockbuster movie.
yeah, for sure, it's a Nolan movie, so it's a blockbuster movie, but not as far as like the
IP.
superhero. Yeah. So I don't know, something about Jessica Chastain. I think she would kill it. I don't know if you guys have seen Molly's Game,
Yeah.
but she is
Yeah.
so good in that movie. And this was a hard one for me because I was also going J-Law on this one. I was
Yeah,
like,
man.
Jennifer Lawrence would be great as
Sick.
well.
I could
But
see
yeah,
that though.
I don't know what it was, but Jessica Chastain was the one for me that I ended up with.
Okay. I like that.
Wow, Paul.
I went with, again, I feel like this is a little bit of a cheat, and I could be proven very wrong, like if someone tells me something I didn't hear in like right now or like in the next day or so.
right.
But I went with Amelia Clark. I think she has been cast as Sue Storm. I think that's
Oh,
the
so you think
character.
she's already been cast?
I think that because
Okay.
she's already been. What movie was it? She been brought on board for?
she's going to be
She's
on
gonna
the
be in
Scrolls
the
show.
Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion
I
show.
think she's
series.
going to be Sue Storm, and I think she'd be a fantastic Sue Storm.
Wow.
So then you also think that the Secret Invasion show is our introduction to Fantastic Four.
Could be.
Possibly, man.
I don't know though if they're gonna want to introduce a character like Sue Storm in the TV show, in the TV series. I think maybe we might get something before that
Like
that
a
she's
movie?
in. Yeah,
Post
but-
credit scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That's pretty solid.
I'm not mad
I
at
like
that.
that a lot.
This is
going
going to be tough.
Yeah, no, you got some solid ones
I'm
now.
looking at who you cast for these individual roles, but seeing maybe you guys were paying attention last week as far as pairing the actor and actress together.
Right.
I'm looking at the pairings
And
so
it's-
far,
It's looking pretty good.
and they work really well together.
Okay.
So
yeah, they do.
okay.
all right.
Creepy Paul. Okay. So let's go with either it's your choice. I said to do the Thing, Ben
Right.
Grimm,
Right.
but you could go with Johnny Storm if you want, Human Torch.
Okay.
Or a different character. It's up to you. We'll do a couple more each if you guys
yeah.
got them.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Oh,
Paul,
for sure.
start us
We're
off.
on the thing, right?
Yeah, that thing.
That thing.
Yeah,
That thing.
I went with.
That
Hold on.
thing. That's so tight.
What just happened? I went with this one is one that I think is kind of pie in the sky, but I went with John Cena.
Nice phrasing.
I think John Cena would be a fantastic. I think he would play the goofiness of the character because
I
he is a
think so,
goofy
too.
character.
He was my
playing very
number
well.
two. He was my number two choice.
He's my number three.
The only reason I think that's pie in the sky is because he's
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker and they're doing the solo movie and they're doing
Yeah.
stuff with him over there. But I would love to see him be the.
I feel like
think
the
he'd
Thing is
crush it.
such more big of a character than Peacemaker would ever be. It would
Well,
be-
we'll find
Oh,
out. I mean,
For sure.
James Gunn has transformed Guardians of the Galaxy into this
Yeah.
huge franchise when nobody knew what
Yeah,
it was.
and a lot of
before it came
promotion
out.
that James Gunn is doing. He's like John Cena is everywhere,
Everywhere.
and they
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
want to push this Peacemaker television
so,
show
yeah,
for
so
HBO.
Peacemaker's got the fact that John Cena is a huge star and the fact that James Gunn has revolutionized
Yeah.
characters on screen a lot of times. So
Okay.
it's got that. But I would still love to see him as that's my favorite character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was also going to be mine, and then I was going through all the things in my head about how it may not be possible. I just would have loved to have seen John Cena and Dave Bautista together in the MCU.
Oh, yeah,
and
that'd be
seeing
pretty cool.
a really
some kind of interaction.
what, do those tattoos hurt? And he's like, it hurts my nipples. Do the rocks hurts my nipples too. Like something really funny like that.
Yeah.
It would be really cool. But I see with Peacemaker doing his thing that I think he's going to be more on the DC side
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
working with Warner Brothers. So I was like, that's to me, John Cena is wishful thinking. But I'm going to throw you guys a little bit of a curveball here. When I think about the Thing, he is someone who is a lot older. He's a little more disgruntled, and he's
please don't
he's
say
business. He's all business. And he has to really play with Johnny Storm well too, because it's a kid and an old
Yes.
man battling back and forth, and they have sort of a banter between each other.
Yes.
So I'm going to give you both of my Thing and Johnny Storm.
Okay.
So for the Thing, I have casted from Breaking Bad the second most bald popular guy on that show.
Yeah.
The man who played Hank,
Yeah.
Dean Norris.
I like that.
As the
I
Thing.
like that.
I like that a lot.
And then as Johnny Storm, you want someone who's a little younger, a little more gravitas. He's got a great jawline, just like Jessica Chastain, the brother and sister. I am going with Timothy Chalamet as Johnny Storm.
Whoa! If I knew we were gonna package these, I would have said mine.
I'm sorry, I packaged it.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm going
You
with.
know what's
'cause
funny?
I thought it would be cool, like the age differences.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
having that dynamic
Yeah.
would be so
But
fun.
you know what's funny? My Johnny Storm is from Breaking Bad.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Who, Aaron Paul?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I like that
That's
a lot,
funny.
actually.
Could you imagine if Aaron Paul and Dean Norris were
Yeah.
In
that
the
would be
MCU,
so
that would
funny.
be sick.
But yeah, that's my choice for the Thing is Dean Norris. I think it would be a lot of fun. He's big,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and he can really, and with mocap and technology nowadays, I think he would crush it.
Sick. I like that.
wow.
I like that a lot. I thought you were gonna go my route. You're talking about older guys, would look good with the CG and the mocap. Ron Perlman as the Thing.
Oh, what a great choice!
That would be
That's
good.
really good.
So
What an amazing choice!
I was hoping you weren't gonna hit that. So we're good. We're good. I'm going Ron Perlman.
Sonny,
He-
that's a great pick, dude.
He knows what he's doing. I mean, Hellboy was awesome.
Yeah.
Not so much the new one to me. I like
think
his,
David Harbour was fine, but I don't think that
The story
movie
was
good.
terrible.
His story
He was
wasn't
fine.
that great.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Ron Perlman would be awesome.
That's a
Thing.
great choice,
I
bro.
agree. Yeah.
You guys both did Johnny Storm. I'm going Doctor Doom. And we said it earlier. I think Adam Driver would be an awesome Doctor Doom. He does play the opposite side of the role. Since someone did say it, and I will go with my second one, Oscar Isaac would be a really good Doctor Doom.
Can I do my Doctor Doom?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
have a Doctor Doom as well.
My Doctor Doom
Doom it
was.
Doom it up.
I actually like Sonny's answer more than I like my answer. But Viggo Mortensen would be a really good Doctor.
Yeah.
He's not. I mean, I looked it up. He's like 10 or so years older than Bradley Cooper, but they don't look that much different in age.
Well, see, the age thing, I mean, you'd kind of get maybe a little bit before when he got the mask. And
What an interesting chemistry that would be.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool to watch.
I think it would be good. But I like Driver more. And I think Viggo Mortensen's a lot older than Emilia Clarke.
For sure.
And there's usually romance between the three of them.
Right.
And that would be kind of weird.
Right. Oh,
But-
yeah.
Were you thinking ahead on this too? Would you? Sorry. Go ahead. I got something.
Frank
I got
has some
something.
suspicions.
He's
Yeah.
doing a little
something.
investigative
He
work
got
over
some
there.
suspicions a little bit over there.
My Von Doom, I'm going with
I saw the light bulb.
It's like,
yeah. I'm
hold
going
on.
with Don Draper himself, John Hamm as Victor Von Doom.
I like that.
That's my
I like
choice.
that too.
I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
I like that a lot too.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's actually I like
All right,
Sonny's
Frank.
the most, then yours, then mine.
All right, I got a rule on this, I guess.
I love all of these. These are so good.
This is
And none of them will
Look at-
happen.
this is tough.
Look at my runner-ups, though.
Okay, so Sonny says he had Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, playing Reed Richards, and he has Victor Von Doom being played by Adam Driver.
Mm-hmm.
That's like that kind of
That
that
chemistry.
kind of connection.
Mhm.
I like that, even though they never were in a movie together.
But no, it's
You
for
know,
purposes.
that would be cool.
It's for
And then I'm
purpose.
thinking about Emilia Clarke and Viggo Mortensen. Emilia Clarke, who's played in the biggest potential series of all time on
Yeah,
HBO,
television,
the Game
yeah.
of Thrones.
Mhm.
And Viggo Mortensen, who's played a part in one of the biggest, most successful movie series, of all time.
Right.
Man, you guys brought heavy hitters.
We learned from
playing
last
around this week.
Yeah,
I
for
gotta,
sure.
I gotta look at this some more. We're gonna review Army of the Dead. I gotta review
Okay, let's
this.
review it.
Oh.
So we'll come back to this at the
I
end of the
like
show.
that.
We're
I
gonna
like that.
we're gonna review Army of the Dead, and then so I'll make a decision. I'm still making notes here.
James Earl Jones for Galactus.
I like that a lot.
Just the voice.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, yeah, I'll buy it. I haven't really thought about anything Galactus-wise.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves.
I'm
Yeah, but
hungry for planets.
I
Let's
want-
imagine.
I would want
Let's get back
Keanu
to this, 'cause
to
now-
be able to be.
I go off.
Hold on, I want Keanu to be
Silver
like.
Surfer.
Yeah, that would be a better character for Keanu than Galactus, just because you get to see more of him being like.
What about Mark Hamill?
Is it Galactus? That
Should
would
be
be good.
Galactus.
Yeah.
We're gonna touch on something Mark Hamill related in a little bit.
Ooh.
Okay. Ooh.
Gosh.
I love how everybody's
like women with our
synchronized.
teeth.
Yeah, dude. Everybody's harmonizing. Yeah. It's great. Okay, so last Thursday we all did a thing along with our special guests. Austin is in the studio tonight with us.
You see the
and,
boys? I think they're
and-
behind.
and Jonathan is here.
Oh, there they are.
Tarzan
There they
is
are.
over here. These guys are in studio tonight with us, hanging out.
There they are.
They're
What
in
up,
the-
boys?
They're in the lounge.
Back to me.
There's about 7 or 8 of. It's a great shot. There's about 7 or 8 of us last week. I can't remember. I lost count. I wasn't drunk. There's like 8 of us that we saw Army of the Dead.
It was awesome, dude.
Last Thursday night, we all went as a group, as a family. We had a great time.
It's fun.
It was really fun to watch a movie with you guys.
Dude, yeah.
in the theater.
Yeah.
It was fun to be in a movie theater.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
you
it was
know,
so
we-
like
we had a good time.
refreshing.
Had the whole row.
Paul, what were your reactions to Army of the
Oh,
Dead?
no, don't start with him.
No, we have to. It's so good.
No, look. So I'm gonna start with the things I liked.
See how
So
short this is.
Dieter and I think Frank looked his name up, Vanderhoof, the black gentleman, their relationship and those characters.
Yes.
That was my favorite part of the movie. Those two interacting with each other, the little arc they had where they hated each other and they kind of like grew together and like.
Right.
When they all come downstairs and they're loud and the dude's like, "Shh, he's working."
Right. Yeah, you
I,
could tell.
I really like that stuff, and I liked the way their little arc kind of ended until the end because it went a real
Yeah. By the way,
stupid place.
spoiler alert, everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna try to avoid.
We'll
Um,
go around. This way.
But so and all the action and stuff, like when the zombie stuff was happening, was a lot of fun. I think the scene where the one guy tricks the girl into going to a different like the wrong way in the big horde of zombies, and she has to fight through them.
Yeah.
I think that scene was really cool to watch. I think the thing that the catalyst for it was pretty dumb, and then in hindsight you go, why did he kill her?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Like, someone give me a good reason why he killed her.
Right.
She was gonna snuff him out. They were all suspicious of him.
Right.
And then I'm going into the stuff I didn't like now, sorry. And she's laying there, she busts through the glass, and she's laying there, and she's actually doing a pretty good job of fighting him off.
Oh my God, yeah.
Maybe if, her friends turned around and started shooting,
Yes.
she might
Shooting
get
said
out.
zombies.
She could have survived.
I was sitting there watching, and I'm going,
Why is no one helping?
why aren't they just watching her die?
This is true.
Well, they might shoot her. Well, she has no chance if you don't shoot.
Right.
It's like, that was the dumbest thing. I'm like, why?
No,
and then he comes and he's like, oh, she was right behind me. You were all suspicious of him, and now you have no questions for him.
Right.
Or, I think maybe one person's like, what happened to her? And then it never gets brought up again.
Right.
It's like, okay. And then when he betrays you at the end, it's supposed to be a big surprise. And then
He gets his though, by the way.
yeah, he does.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He
that
gets
was a lot
his.
of fun
That
to
was-
watch that character get.
That was awesome.
And like Zack Snyder does stuff where it's like, I think this is where a lot of his big fans go, oh, that was so smart and well layered. He like didn't tell you, but he told you. It's like where they're shooting the zombies, and then there's robot faces underneath them, and it's
You can
like
clearly see that there were robots.
They were genetically enhanced
and
somehow.
something.
I'm just like, that,
What was that?
What someone's gonna watch this and go, oh, that was really.
No,
That's what-
because you're talking about
It's-
in the casino scene when
Yeah.
one of them get hit. It looks like the Terminator.
Yeah.
It's clearly a robot.
and then he shoots the main one in the face at the
And
end,
then,
and
like, the blue
sparks come out.
sparks.
And I'm like, this is like
But there was something with the
worst kind of
the
sequel
baby,
bait.
the
too.
baby.
Yeah.
It was like some kind of life force kind of thing.
So-
So I don't know.
It doesn't. I'm not interested. I'm just like, this was dumb, and I wish it was explained.
Right.
And then
And they don't explain it.
They don't explain
exactly.
it at all.
It's like, wait till the next one. It's like, how about just make a good movie and one that I enjoy and don't leave going, what? And then at the very end, when Vanderhoof crawls out of the safe because Dieter saved him, he walks hundreds of miles, at least 24 hours between.
in a nuclear blast with seemingly no radiation poisoning whatsoever, which is a miracle.
Yeah, that
and
was
he
like-
gets on a plane. He gets up in the plane, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, I was
My back
bit.
hurt."
Now
She's
I'm
like,
turning
"You're-"
into a zombie."
The flight attendant's like, you're a little cold.
Every other person in that movie who got bit turned into a zombie within minutes.
Seconds.
I say minutes because Dave Bautista took a little bit. He took
Yeah,
a
yeah.
couple
Yeah, he had to
minutes.
talk to his daughter.
But it
Which was
doesn't make
also
any
dragged
sense.
out,
You're
yeah.
breaking your own rules. You set these rules up, Snyder. You wrote it. You DP'd it. I don't know. Did he write it?
Yeah, he DP'd it and read it. He did all.
Directed it, and you just broke the own rules of your universe. And I'm just like, why? Why set this up? Why not throw in a line that's like, well, sometimes it's affected people later. No, you don't even give us that. And then a lot of I think me and Donovan agree on this. All the slow parts with his daughter and everything.
Oh
It's
my
like,
God.
oh God, I was literally falling asleep.
We get it.
And then there's like the little forced love. Sorry, I'm trying to touch everything I can before.
Jeez, you're just murdering.
And then
this.
that's what she said. all of a sudden, the girl who's there with, or who came with him initially, turns around. He's like, "I love you. I came for you." I'm like, okay. And then she gets her neck snapped, and I'm like,
Awesome.
okay. You literally the only reason you had her turn around and say "I love you" to him right now is so when she gets her neck snapped, everyone would be like, "Oh no!" But it didn't work. It just made me go, "Well, that was forced and stupid." All right. Sorry.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with a lot of what Paul is saying. A lot of it wasn't really too fleshed out in regards to that.
All right, yeah,
Um,
let's just.
But Sonny,
No, this movie
Sonny's gonna have a
sucked.
great take because he's seen this twice, folks. So
It was great.
we're gonna hear from Sonny.
No,
There
we're
were
not.
a lot of things that
No, we're not. We're not.
there were a lot of things that I liked. The action was really good. I also really loved the way it was shot. I liked how gritty and nasty it was. I loved how it looked like a desert. It's so funny when you see a movie in Hollywood and the backdrop is Vegas. It's always like
That's
Vegas
awesome.
is the strip.
It ends at Mandalay Bay.
And, yeah, and it
And then it
starts
goes-
at Stratosphere.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Right.
and
It's like a
that's
box.
and that's
Sandbox.
it. And there's nothing else. Like everything outside of the strip is just barren desert.
Yeah.
And I'm over there like off of Elkhorn and Durango. Like, hey, what about us all the way
I
over
looked
here?
at Donovan at one point and I went, "Oh, we were good then.
Yeah.
we would have been fine."
We're good. So
Oh, we're
So
good.
there were a lot of Dita he was
awesome.
I
hilarious.
loved him. He
Awesome.
was so
He
much
was so
fun.
good. You can tell he took the time to really capture his character
Yeah.
and
He'll
like,
be in the
develop it well.
prequel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They have a prequel of this movie called Army of Thieves that when the virus outbreak, whatever
okay,
this
sure.
thing starts in Germany, he is the
oh, very cool.
he's involved.
Well, good, because he
So-
deserves to have
Yeah.
more screen time as
Yeah.
that
He's
character.
awesome.
He
I
was
watched
great.
that movie just because of him. I'm excited about that.
So I was talking to Jonathan afterwards. Jonathan, he's back there.
Tarzan.
With who's also our good friend Frank's son, and I was
No,
like, I
he's
think,
not my
and I said, I think I know what Snyder was trying to do. As we all know, Snyder lost his daughter in 2000, I think 16 or 17, while he was shooting Justice League, and
Yeah,
some
man.
things foiled over.
Yep.
So you're seeing a lot of daughter-father relationship stuff happen in the movie, and I think he was trying to get out what was in his mind and in his heart as far as his relationship, some of the things he wished he could have told his daughter before she left. And I think you kind of see that in this movie a little
Yeah,
bit,
I can see
which
that.
is, you know, he's a director and he's a writer, and then, like, you know,
Yeah.
the first rule of writing is write what you know, and
Yeah.
that's what he knew at that time.
Yeah.
So I get it. I sympathized with it a lot, but I do think that scene's dragged, and it was like,
Yeah.
oh, I
agree
thought
there.
Batista was really, really good. I wish he would have had a little bit more. I don't know, something about him. I wanted
Acting
more
skills.
out of him, but his daughter was not good. She was just not good. Just like,
I didn't mind her so much. but-
I was like, oh my gosh, like this is okay. We get it. I kept doing this.
He did.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Let's go. I want
Come
to see
on.
some blood. I want to see some
Well,
action here.
some zombies.
And sorry, there's a part where like
No,
they
just
leave
tell
on
how
the
much you
helicopter.
hate it some more. No, go ahead.
No, I will. Where they leave on the helicopter, and what is Dave Bautista doing? He's looking back at the girl who got stuck on the wall or something. Oh no, that hasn't even happened yet. I don't remember why. He was
You
just
don't
like,
remember why you don't like it. You just don't like it.
No, he's sitting there staring,
Hey,
and he's not getting on the helicopter. And Donovan literally goes, and then sure enough,
Bomb
he's
is
standing there
coming.
for long enough. Yeah, not only is a bomb coming,
Right.
the main zombie busts through the door, and then he runs to get on a helicopter, and the zombie gets on it with him.
The
and it's
zombie
like,
king.
Which, by the way,
if you had just left,
the zombie king and queen. So I did a little research. His name is Zeus after the Olympus, and she is Greta. Her name is Greta. So they went with the Zeus Greta thing, and that was Olympus for him.
Right.
Which I thought was really creative and kind of smart. He had
Right.
a helmet, and he was smart. It was cool to see zombies like
Different.
different, and they were all interacting with each
Yeah.
other, and they knew they were cognizant, and
I
apparently
thought the
they
zombies
can
were super cool. Yeah,
they
See,
can
that's
procreate.
that's on the list of things that I like.
So I really, really liked that. I thought it was, I wanted more of that. I was like, I actually felt more for Zeus and Greta than I did for Batista and his daughter. Like, I wanted the
Yeah.
zombies to win because they're doing their own thing. They're living
Right.
in their own life. And yeah, I just thought it was too much packed in too small a space. And I was like, man, this is a lot. I think you narrow the cast down a little bit, kind of button up the story, make it more about the zombies as opposed to,
doesn't need to be 2 hours and 38 minutes long.
yeah, it
I
was
agree
just,
there.
it
So
was
you
a
don't
little,
want a Snyder cut, is what you're saying.
yeah. But I actually, I didn't hate this movie, but I didn't love this movie. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun at the movies, and that's what movies is about: going and having fun.
This is true.
Especially if it's a movie about zombies
In Las Vegas.
in Las Vegas. It's supposed
and
to
it's
be
a
fun.
money heist.
I feel like it should have been more fun.
See,
Okay.
and I had fun.
All
I
right.
didn't.
I had
really.
fun, and I sat next to Paul, and we were saying before the show, I was groaning in my head at some of the things, and he would groan out loud, and I was like, "Oh, okay, great." So like we're on the same page. There was a lot of things I didn't like, but there were also things I actually really did like, and I enjoyed it. I won't go see it again unless someone's like, "I got a free ticket. You want to come hang out with me?"
Yeah.
That's how you got the first one.
That's what we saw.
Hang on, time out. I didn't know that it was free. I was ready to pay whoever
Same.
bought the tickets.
I would have to.
I was
Y'all
ready
know,
to pay.
y'all know the movies with Sun Man is always free. You know
The sun
me.
is always shiny with
You
Sunny,
know
baby.
me.
So that I actually I liked the movie, but I don't think I'll see it again. And when my son turns 15, I'll sit down and watch it with him on Netflix. So there you
right.
go.
I liked the movie. It was cool. No, I mean, I get a lot of what you guys were talking about. It was a lot. It was winded. There was some points where zombies should have turned, and I personally didn't like the Captain America helmet that he had. But it was cool to show that there was evolution and
There
like
was
his
smart.
thinking. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, the main thing for me, I liked the zombies. I like that there was like like a tier, or you know what I mean, like the
thought that was
alphas, and
cool
then
too,
there's
yeah.
like a alpha,
The,
and then
the shufflers or
shufflers were the
yeah.
normal ones, like the kind of Walking Dead zombies, and then you have
Mhm.
like 28 days later zombies.
who've
you know
been
what I mean?
bit by the alpha. Like you have
Correct.
to be bit by the alpha to be
Correct.
that, right? Yeah.
I like.
See, I watched it.
Yeah, you saw it. I think the cast was really cool. To speak on that though, the CGI of getting Crystalia out of the movie was terrible.
Yeah.
All the reshoots were horrible. You can tell that I think they only had like 14 days to shoot that,
Yeah.
which is
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And I didn't really like the character too much.
No, neither did I. I thought it was kind of
it's
a
okay.
nothing character. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But it was a fun movie. It's a zombie movie in Las Vegas. It was a money heist with a freaking like wrestler as the star. It's not gonna be the
we didn't
almighty.
see we didn't see one spine buster. Very
No,
disappointed.
not at
I
all.
know, yeah.
But for what it was, I thought it was an awesome movie. It was super fun. You know what I mean? It was action packed. There was some twists and some turns that didn't really make too much sense. You know what I mean? At all. And I'll agree there. The robot thing is so weird to me.
Now, is it robot, or do you think that? And I'm gonna pose this to you guys. Do you think that they were genetically enhanced? Because we know that
No.
Dawn of the Dead happened, and this Alpha Zeus was in a military truck. Do you think that maybe the military was
military, yeah.
exploring with it,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
what came out of it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
why was that one random one in the middle of Las Vegas? Why
What
were a
if
few of them?
It was Area 51.
What if he's the one that's caught?
Okay.
He was the one that was caught in this prequel.
Yeah.
What if we find out this human character
Right.
gets
And
turned
and
into
I'm sure
this?
that's what this was. We're gonna get some prequel, and I think we're gonna get some animated something of
Yeah.
it. There's gonna be some more story to this. There's gonna be some more arcs to it. I can't criticize it so much because I'm like, it's a cool cast. It's a zombie movie in Las Vegas, and it was really cool.
I did love how they had like the East Las Vegas people that were like,
That was funny.
I was like,
That was
oh
very
wow,
funny.
someone did their research.
No,
there,
yeah,
right?
and it felt cool for us, especially being from
Yeah.
Las Vegas. We're
Yeah.
watching it, from South Point. You know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean?
think I think I said I looked at Donovan because we were at South Point and they had like the little edge of it. I was like, oh, we would have been good here too.
Yeah.
like
But,
we'd
um,
been fine.
Perfect.
But the opening scene, well, I think the
Yes,
way,
the opening credits, how they were putting all their characters. I think that
Yeah.
needs to go down in like best openings for.
I think it was pretty good.
That
It was
great.
awesome.
But I was referring more to when the zombie breaks loose.
Oh,
I love that. I don't like the catalyst of it so much. It was gonna get a little blue for a moment. Dude was being satisfied in his car, and he crashed into the
Military convoy,
military
yeah.
thing, and I was like, oh, that's kind of a. But I mean, it's possible. I mean, weird stuff like that probably happens.
I burst out loud laughing. In the theater.
You
I
did.
thought that was
Yeah.
so funny.
And then,
that two people
but the
tragically
ensuing
lost their
scene,
life.
in the ensuing scene where the door falls open and the zombie walks out, and they're like, oh crap, we gotta run. And it's like hunting them. That was so cool. This movie
Yeah.
started off on such a high note for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
it was a lot of fun. And it
You're going back to you talking about how much you hated it. I was talking about how much I liked it.
no, I'm trying to talk about how much I liked it too. I liked that.
That part.
No, yeah, I'm
Our
not.
producer Quan is laughing.
My
This is
point
amazing.
being is I'm not sitting here and telling you that every single moment of this movie was bad. No.
Okay, all right. Let's wrap this up. 1 out of 10.
5.
Oh,
Oh, dude, I would like a 6 or a 7.
I'm
That's,
same. I'm 6 or
5.
7.
I'm 7.5. Man.
What did you think, Frank?
5.
Who's-
I enjoyed it. I was entertained. I mean, but I go into a movie like that, and I'm just like, it's a monster film,
Right.
It's a horror
You take
film.
it
It's
like
like
that.
I
an
liked
action.
it. I
You
liked
take
it better than Godzilla versus King Kong and Mortal Kombat.
Okay, I was definitely Mortal Kombat.
yeah.
I liked it more than Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, all
right.
You being funny now.
I thought I thought that it was entertaining. There's good action. I like the cast, like this team.
yeah, dude.
that was going
Lost
in there.
Vengeance. I
Yep.
like that.
It was cool. I mean, and I did like the dynamic between the Dieter character and the Vanderhoff character. That was
super cool.
That was fun. The Batista dialogue, all of that stuff that was going on with him and his daughter was kind of
dragged.
it dragged a
Yeah.
lot, and the movie probably didn't need to be as long as it was.
Right.
My question to you guys is, would you see if this movie is expanded, not the prequel, because we know the prequel is going to be on Netflix at the end of the year.
Oh wow.
The Army of Thieves will be out at the end of the year.
Right.
Will you see another one of these films involving a character who's connected to one of this group? Would you watch another one of these movies?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't think it was without potential, and like I said, I
Sure.
don't think it was without its moments. And I'm not gonna poo-poo a future movie because I didn't like this one.
Okay.
But I didn't enjoy this movie. I'm not
You
gonna
wouldn't
say-
watch another Wonder Woman though.
No, I'd watch another Wonder Woman.
It's Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
It's Gal Gadot.
Yeah, exactly.
mean, come on.
I would say yes as well. I don't want to break my streak. I saw Dawn of the Dead in theaters when I was a kid
That is my favorite zombie movie
of all
good.
time.
of all
It's a dope
time.
movie.
I
Yeah.
love that movie.
And they've said that this isn't like a connection. I was like going into this like, oh, maybe it's like the future of what's happened there. It's no connection
Still,
at all.
it was a Zack Snyder zombie movie. I
So
saw the
cool.
first one. I saw
Yeah,
this
fun.
Zack Snyder zombie movie, and if Zack Snyder made another zombie movie,
I'm seeing that too.
I'm going to the theaters. I'm seeing it again, folks, because I love Zack Snyder and I love my zombies. So bingo, bango, bongo.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, whatever.
Bingo,
Yeah.
bango, bongo.
It's gonna be my new shirt. Bingo, bango, bongo. Into the
Bango,
West.
bango, bongo.
Yeah, there you
Zack
go.
Snyder zombie movies.
Man.
Boom. All right,
here for
so
it.
I'm ready to rule on what we were doing earlier with you guys
Oh,
casting
okay.
this thing.
Ah.
Do I have to like follow the rule and just do the group, or can I mix and match?
I think you pick. I think you pick
You can
one
mix
for
and
the
match.
character.
Okay. As far as Ewan McGregor for Reed Richards, I'd like that a lot. I'm concerned about him playing off of these potential Doctor Dooms.
Mm.
I'm gonna go Bradley Cooper
Hey, there you go, Paul.
for Reed Richards.
There you go, Paul.
Oh.
For Sue Storm, I'm gonna go Amelia Clark.
Hey, Paul again.
Wow.
For Ben Grimm, I'm gonna go.
What is happening?
I'm gonna go with your choice there, Donovan Dean Norris.
Hey.
Wow, I'm striking out.
For
I
the
did last
Human
week, so-
Torch, I'm going Adam Driver.
Whoa.
I
Human Torch or Doctor Doom? You said Human Torch.
Oh, sorry, Doctor Doom.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna cast.
That was
I'm
I'm casting Adam Driver.
that
as
was
Human
the correct.
Torch.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
He was like,
what
Sonny,
about
I
Richards?
like what you're doing,
but
Adam Driver is Johnny Storm. Flame on. He's so funny. What's the first story? Flame on.
I
you
like
really
the.
can do like
I do them all, man.
Yeah.
I have a lot of time at night, and I just sit and watch people like a freak.
I love the dynamic of Bradley Cooper and Amelia Clark
okay.
on screen together.
Yeah.
And Dean Norris. I mean, whoever's in the makeup, you just need a guy that's got a personality that can carry the character.
Right.
Because I didn't really pick a Human Torch. Between the two, I want to see Timothée Chalamet in Dune.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we're going to talk about this now. HBO Max, and is going to have a new partner. I guess they're going to be mashed up with Discovery Plus.
Yeah. So
Love
what's this
Discovery
about?
Plus.
So what's
And
this?
they're-
So what's this
and-
about?
And they're doing a reverse. Dune is now going to be in theaters. It is not going to be an HBO Max release.
Oh, thank God.
Because they're gonna
Thank
they're gonna
you,
capitalize
Jesus.
on the
Of
movie,
course.
as much as they can.
Yeah, of course.
We have
And-
Denis
Yeah,
Villeneuve. We have
I
him
love
to
that guy.
thank. We have him to thank for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Big time.
fantastic.
That's awesome.
I was gonna say Hervé Villechaize, the guy who played Tattoo.
We have Fergalicious as the director.
Right. Fergalicious' version of Dune. I'm looking forward to seeing.
Lovely lady lumps. Anyway,
But we have heard some news as far as
So awesome.
DC is seeming to, well, I don't know if they were going to have a plan, but they're trying to move in that direction, Paul, as far as developing some type of plan. We're going to get the new Batman animated series.
Oh, I am
sweet.
Batman
so
Cape Crusader,
excited
and
about
that was going to be that little Mark Hamill question.
I'm in the
Could
minority
we
on
get
this one.
Mark Hamill back doing the voice of the Joker? Could we get Kevin
Absolutely.
Conroy back
Absolutely.
doing the voice of Batman? We know that Bruce Timm will be involved in
Yep.
it. Matt Reeves will be involved in it.
Which is sick.
And
Yeah.
Mr. Bad Robot himself, J.J. Abrams.
It makes me think: will it be tied into the Batman somehow? Because Reeves involved in both. Like, will it be like, hey, these are little?
Little nods.
Well,
Have you seen
like-
some of these other pictures they've shown of the Riddler?
Yes,
costume for
dude.
the
It
movie?
looks so
I am
good.
so
It's
excited
eerie.
for that
Yeah.
movie.
Really cool.
It looks
I
dark.
saw there was a set photo of the Penguin too, and he looked really cool.
Colin Farrell looks
Yeah.
so
if you
good,
look
dude.
at him right now, if you just go and Google the Penguin in this new Bat, he does not look like
No.
Colin Farrell at all.
No,
Nope.
It looks really cool.
I actually didn't. Either didn't know or forgot that he was. So when he said it, I was like, okay, didn't look like him. I
and then
couldn't
you look and
twig
you're like,
that.
what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting because Colin Farrell's an awesome actor.
Yes,
fantastic.
he is.
Awesome actor.
Do you guys think that this I don't know, they're merging with Discovery Plus, that they'll be changing their, I don't know, their overall focus. Could we finally be getting some clarity? I mean, we're crossing our fingers all the time.
Right.
That we're going to get some type of plan when it comes to DC films.
Let me tell you something.
Is that ever going to happen?
Frank, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something. Discovery Plus. I enjoy Discovery Plus. I love shows on Discovery Channel. My wife watches HCTV. We're trying to do a business venture where we flip homes. So we enjoy Discovery Plus. My favorite show on Discovery of all time is Deadliest Catch.
I thought you were
I was
going
gonna
to
say Tiny Houses.
I thought you were going to say Friends. Oh, no.
No, I love Deadliest Catch, and I swear on my father's grave, if we do not get, I know, if we do not get the DC version of the Deadliest Catch crab boat fisherman, where one guy gets a crab pot filled with the biggest crab of all time, who's from Atlantis, and he stole the sacred crab from Atlantis, and now Aquaman comes out and he's battling the fleet of the Deadliest Catch guys in a cartoon version, I will not subscribe to this. I tell you that right now.
What? Where are you going with this, sir?
How did you
I don't
even
know
come
what to say.
up with that?
I think the Discovery Plus and DCEU is the dumbest thing I've ever heard put together.
Well, it's Warner Brothers,
Well,
not
Warner Brothers.
DCEU.
It's
I
not
don't-
DCU.
Okay, but I don't think that we're going to get any. I say that stupid scenario because
He's been thinking about
I
this.
have-
What's the video game that DC does, the Injustice?
Yes.
They're
They're
making an animated movie of that.
what?
I make a real movie of that. Warner Brothers, we know
That's
you've got
true.
animated
That's
down.
true.
Let's get some live action
No,
stuff,
that's true
man.
because even there, that's a whole blueprint of a story that you can absolutely do, and it would be fine.
You would make so much money.
Expect this passionate of a take on the Discovery
Other than
Plus.
listening
Warner
to
Brothers
Paul.
I
merger.
don't
Passions of the
understand.
comic.
I don't understand why Warner Brothers is buying Discovery Plus.
I get that. Yeah,
I
it
don't
doesn't- it's not a-
understand.
No,
it's
it doesn't- it
It's
doesn't-
like an
fit.
apple buying an orange
Because they don't have a plan. They don't know what they're doing.
I
They're
just
just
don't,
like, "Yeah,
I
let's
don't
just
understand. Maybe they
capitalize on
do.
this."
Maybe they
You
don't.
like,
I just don't get it.
No,
I
it's
don't
true.
understand.
It's true.
You like Zack Snyder's Justice League? You might like
You might.
The Deadliest Catch.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
You might like
Whale Wars.
You
That's
might,
a Discovery
you might
thing,
like
right?
Gold Rush.
You might
Zack
have-
Snyder's
I-
Gold Rush.
Yeah, I want to get the Snyder cut of Ice Road Truckers.
So, yeah. So, are we getting
think that would be
movies that
good.
are like based off of
It's like
television
color
shows at
toned and
Discovery
shot
Plus?
different aspect ratio.
I just don't get it. Are we going to get like a documentary film section that is powered by Discovery Plus going to be on Warner Brothers? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being an old curmudgeon.
You are, but well, I don't. What I question is the timing of it. That they made this announcement of this merger, quote unquote, and
Yeah.
then they announced these series like almost instantaneously. It's like your plan has really nothing to do with Discovery Plus.
Right.
These shows, there's no factor involved in them merging with Discovery to have new DC content announced for
Right. It
HBO
is. It
Max.
does seem
the
a
Friends
little weird.
reunion trailer came out, by the way, too.
Great.
If you're a Friends fan,
Sonny's super excited
I'm
for that
so
one.
stoked.
I am too, Sonny.
Otherwise,
I'm actually really excited about it too.
So stoked.
Sonny loves Friends. It's his favorite TV
I
show.
do.
He's all about it.
I
Sonny,
love that show.
You come
You're
over to my
such a
house and we'll
Monica.
watch it.
You think I liked Army of the Dead? Listen to Sonny talk about Friends.
It's right on the same level, actually. It's right
His
there.
name is Sonny. He likes all of us
Don't
right now.
Put me into that.
Is it 4 or 5?
Wow.
We're not really sure.
Every time I hear that, I think about the episode of Family Guy where he's like the Shawshank Redemption episode, and he's playing like the Friends theme through the penitentiary.
Oh
Yeah.
my
And he hits the pipe to cross through it at the part.
It's so good.
So, okay, so it's done.
Segue that.
We
Got
got
dark.
great
Yeah, you segue that.
I don't know if that's going to happen. We're speaking about DC.
No, I'm done.
So, with,
Oh, I thought he was
with
gonna go.
regards to DC and HBO Max and, seeing what they're going to do, we know something that was a certain property that was on HBO that was very successful. The Watchmen series.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Starring Regina King.
Very good.
And they won, I
Oh,
don't
now
know.
it's back to you.
They
Yeah.
won like all the awards. If you haven't seen The Watchmen yet,
Watch
that
it.
series,
Watch The
please go
Watchmen.
watch it.
It's one of the best
It's-
television shows ever.
It's
I agree.
incredible.
I
And
agree as well.
Regina King, it was
Quan.
announced by one of the co-creators of Bitter Root which is a comic series that I suggested everybody checks out. It's put out by Image Comics.
So good.
Bitterroot is ridiculous.
I just started it last night. It's so good.
It's going to be directed by Regina King, and
Quan's gonna love it.
I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be really good, and that's something to look forward to.
Yes.
I don't know what we have to look forward to with regards to HBO Max and DC films.
You know, I mean, I don't know so much about films. I think after this Flash movie comes out, we'll know more where they're at with the films. But I think HBO.
Oh, we're talking the DCEU, not necessarily DC, because I know I'm excited for the Batman. The Batman for me, Matt Reeves is the Batman. Is going to be like.
Oh, I know, but
it's
I
not
Are you
gonna
just,
have
excited for Sweet
connectivity.
Tooth? What?
No,
what's-
I am.
What's that about?
the Sweet Tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
But you're talking about DCEU with Justice League that we've seen.
Well, I'm talking
the-
about just like HBO Max's plan in general
Yeah.
with everything and all the content they plan on putting out. And I think the movies have been like mixed at best, and
It's putting it nicely.
it is. But I mean, still, I think HBO Max has fun stuff regarding to the DC
Yeah.
characters. Like the Harley Quinn show
Super cool.
is hilarious. It's very funny. I like watching it.
Very funny.
They have this new Batman thing coming out, and I don't think Bruce Timm's capable of making a bad Batman thing. He never has. A
Okay.
DC
No, for sure.
thing. I just don't know if HBO, because a lot of these things that I've watched on HBO Max in regards to DC, I only saw because I was like bored and digging through
Just
it.
yeah, click.
They're
on
not promoting the stuff. Like if they have a catch, they're not
Yeah.
pushing it.
Yeah.
No.
And a huge example of that is Zack Snyder's Justice League. They didn't push it the way maybe they should have.
No, not at all.
And this Harley Quinn show is fantastic, and you look it up, and it's pretty much consensus. Everybody loves the show.
Yeah.
No one knows what it is.
No, it's super
I haven't
cool.
talked to anybody where I'm like, hey, have you seen this? And they're like,
What is that?
Did you
That's
get
like-
to the cancer gun yet?
Yes.
That was
I don't think I have.
so
no.
funny
Oh
to me,
my
but
God,
so
it's-
sad at the same time.
Yeah.
It's
If you understand the show, you understand that the
You know,
comedy
I don't want to spoil it for you because
No,
it's
it's
a
a
really great moment.
the,
really
the
good.
show is a blast. I think I'm at the thing where they just went through Harley Quinn's subconscious or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
That
Oh, okay,
episode's
nice.
super
That's,
funny.
Yeah, that's good.
But it's point being, I think HBO Max has good stuff and has done good stuff with their properties and IP. But I think they're not allocating the right amount of publicity or promotion to certain things, and I think that makes them look even worse.
Agreed.
Do you think that? I don't know if they need. Is there a chance? Is there a possibility that they could convince James Gunn to come and be their Feige after he finishes this Guardians of the Galaxy film? Because it's rumored that he was talked to about doing another Marvel film, and he said no.
Oh.
So the Guardians of the Galaxy he wants to finish
And
That's
be
like
done
his-
with Marvel.
and then maybe move on to.
Oh, that's a bummer because I really
is it
wanted James Gunn to
possible-
be direct an Avengers movie. I really wanted to see
That'd
that.
have been
That'd be
pretty cool.
fine.
Well, didn't he?
Oh,
I
that'd be
mean, this
really
isn't
fun.
a whole movie, but didn't he direct the parts of Endgame and Infinity War that the Guardians were in?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he had a huge hand in
Probably.
those. Like he was,
Probably.
I'm sure.
yeah.
So he said no.
That's interesting.
That is fascinating.
I think that the Guardians
I
is going
think
to be
that
kind
bodes
of
well
his.
for DC.
What
yeah.
what does what check does Warner Brothers and DC give that type of title? What do you think? What do you think if
Well,
you,
what Feige makes, you mean?
yeah, or
a lot.
a lot, but he
It's a lot.
stands still. But that's not saying with what Gunn would make. What do you think that offer would
they'll,
be?
They'll give him.
It's
They'll
gotta
give
be
him his.
substantial.
They'll give him a stipend, but they'll also give him a percentage of every DC film
Oh,
that comes out
for
after
sure.
that.
And
So
a company car.
And
yeah,
Oh, for sure.
does he
And a
direct and
Starbucks gift
write,
card.
or does he just oversee? Like Kevin Feige doesn't direct and write things.
No, dude. He
And I-
comes into the
but
pitch
he is
meetings and
creative
he's like,
control.
He's,
he's
going
like,
to do a
yeah.
Star Wars movie, right?
Mm.
Or a couple of Star Wars.
He's gonna produce them. Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, I think he just comes into the meetings and, like I said before about Avengers, like he just comes in, he's like, throw time travel in it, walks off.
Well, I think he's more heavily. I think he's in the writers' room
Oh,
with these guys
absolutely.
and like
yeah, no one
throwing it out
knows.
there.
No one knows the stories
Yeah.
and what should happen more than him. So that's what I'm saying. That would be a heavy burden and a heavy role for somebody to come in and do this for DC. How many times have we seen the reboots? How many times have we seen? Let's just try this again. I'm kind of over all the Batmans. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think it's really contingent on how well the Suicide Squad.
Suicide
This Suicide Squad movie does, and I think it's going to be really good because everything I've read about it, the actors that have been in it, the piece, they've all had glowing things. They're like
I'm very
James Gunn
excited
is,
about it, yeah.
and every person that's worked with James Gunn, they're like he's the best. He's
We've been
one of our
waiting for
favorite
this.
people.
It's like this is
Nah,
our
I
reward
agree. I
for
agree.
going
Yes.
through 2020
Yes.
and for like this first half of the year. This is our reward. Is that in the last 6 months of the
I
year
agree.
we get Suicide Squad and 4 Marvel
Yes.
movies,
Yeah.
and we get Loki,
Yeah.
and we get Hawkeye, and we get What If, and we get a lot of probably get third season of The Boys maybe at the end of the year too.
Yeah.
Which would be
It's
really
possible we'll
I-
get third season of The Boys.
I just to kind of wrap up the conversation about whether James Gunn will be the creative
The
control,
guy.
executive producer
cool.
type guy. I think it's important for that guy to not be a writer or director on films because you'll see what will happen with Zack Snyder. And love it or hate it, you cannot say that the Zack Snyder stuff was a complete success because it simply wasn't. And why? Because it becomes one singular guy's vision. And it's like, this is what it's going to be. And anything tangential to that, if it doesn't, like the Aquaman and Shazam movies, don't feel like they're in the same universe,
they
but they're
definitely
supposed
don't.
to.
No, not at all,
But because
yeah.
the main driving line down the middle is the Zack Snyder universe, and he's the main guy who is driving that universe's
Right.
story.
Right.
So I think it's important for the guy doing that to be removed in that way and go, okay, hey, I see what you're doing here, but we got to bring it in a little bit.
No,
We
I
got to
agree.
bring it in a little bit. We
Yeah.
gotta synergize a little bit.
Yeah, that
and
makes sense.
I know this is your baby, but it's got to make sense within the context of everything.
Right.
And I think that's why that's important.
It is, and
Solid, man.
I mean, we're not going to solve the issue tonight talking about it.
Oh, no.
I will tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow we will, but
Yeah,
tonight
tomorrow
won't.
night I will.
Guys, it's been fun hanging out with you tonight. I wanted to mention really quick again, we are on our road to 200 subscribers.
Almost there.
Once
20 more.
We have
Tell a
20
friend.
more to get subscribed.
Tell a friend.
Once we get to 200 subscribers, we are going to randomly select a lucky viewer to come and see Black Widow with us in July. You're going to come and see us, see a premiere with all of these guys. You can sit next to Donovan or Paul.
Well,
Sit in
or
between us.
in between them.
yeah.
Yeah. just
I
sit in
actually
between
won't
them.
be at this premiere. I'm going to Dallas at that time. So technically you'll be taking my spot.
Oh, so
I told Frank this.
bless you.
I
Frank,
know.
that's how I
but
feel about that.
I know, but I'm trying to promote right now.
I know, but
So
Scheduled to appear.
I'm not going to Dallas.
Vitamin D.
Listen, guys, I'm not,
D, Vitamin D's not gonna be here, brother.
I'm not going to Dallas anymore. I'm going to the movie.
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah, sure.
your anniversary trip is canceled.
Yeah. Eat that, honey.
Yeah, sorry, Jess. All right. So anyway,
You'll come and actually sit next to me on the podcast.
Yeah.
guys, it's fun to do this with you, even Donovan. It's fun to be here with you.
Guys, since I shaved my beard, check out what's happening right here. I look like Jabba the Hutt.
Me not know about that.
I'm like, anyway, it's been a fun week.
I don't know what's happening anymore. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. For Paul,
Subscribe, like, yeah. Donovan.
Yeah,
Sonny,
guys, follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us wherever.
on
we're-
TikTok.
Follow us on TikTok.
Follow us on Tinder.
And then coming out in June, we are
don't-
going to have the show in podcast
Swipe right.
format. So be on the lookout for that. We can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. I love you, nerds. You're amazing.
Yes, guys, thank
I
you.
really didn't like Jupiter's Legacy.
I really didn't like Army of the Dead.
Put a call on Jupiter's
Take that away from me.
Guys,
I really like all of you.
Thanks, guys. We love you.
good talking
I'm
to you.
just kidding.
Later,
We
nerds.
love you. My goodness. Bye.
Oh,
Woo!